internet is a dangerous place for the uninformed. This week, our president scored a massive diplomatic victory in Zambia, signing a historic agreement for free visa travel. No barriers, just brotherhood. But instead of celebrating the open borders, social media was busy debating his blouse. When I saw the timeline, I felt this specific heat in my chest. The frustration of watching your family miss the point. I sat there thinking, we just tore down a colonial border, but our minds are still fenced. How can we be celebrating the freedom of movement while mocking the very armor of our ancestors? First, let's clear the air. It is not a blouse nor a dress. In the north of Ghana, where it originates among the Dagomba, Gonja, and Mossi people, it is the Fugu, from the Mossi language, which literally translates to cloth, and Bingma in Dagbani. In the south, we call it the Batakari, a Hausa word originally referring to a robe. But before we drag the trolls, we have to check the dictionary, because the English named it smock. And here's the punchline. The word smock comes from the Old English. In medieval times, it literally meant a woman's undergarment or tunic-like outer garment worn by farmers and shepherds. So, if you're calling it a blouse on Twitter today, you aren't doing nothing new. You are just continuing a 100-year-old colonial tradition of misnaming our power. Therefore, we are here to right this wrong. The fugu is constructed from thick 4-inch strips of hand-woven cotton, sewn together with patience and prayer. It smells of the earth and the indigo dye pits. It is heavy. It is the skin of the savannah. This garment was so respected that even the mighty Asante Empire, the masters of the forest, adopted it. But they didn't wear it for fashion. They wore it for war. They created the Batakari Kese, the Great War Robe, covered with leather amulets and talismans. To the Asante warrior, this wasn't just a shirt. It was spiritual bulletproof vest technology. When you put it on, you are telling the enemy, I'm dangerous and protected. But the moment that changed everything happened on the eve of independence, 1957. The world expected Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah to show up at the old polo grounds in a British suit or royal kente. Instead, he stood on the podium wearing the Northern Fugu. Why? He was sending a radical message. By wearing the Northern garment, Nkrumah, a Southerner, was saying, North and South are one. We are one unit. Permit me to digress a bit here. With the Fugu, Nkrumah and his crew wore caps with the letters PG embroidered on it. That stood for Prison Graduate. The Fugu and the cap became the uniform of the freedom fighter. He told the British, you threw us in jail, but we graduated with our freedom. He took the smock, the poor man's shirt, and made it one of the highest symbols of authority in the land. And we can't forget Papa J. Jerry John Rawlings took the baton and weaponized it. He wore the Fugu to the White House. He wore it to the UN. He made the world respect the Northern weave. He showed us that Batakari wasn't just for the village. It was for the revolution. So why did our Zambia brothers see a blouse? It's a classic context trap. The Fugu is designed to flare out, not for style, but for function. A warrior needs that volume to ride a horse and swing a sword. It is tactical engineering. But if your eyes are used to tight European suits, I guess you don't see a warrior's uniform. You see a peplum top. But let me be clear, this is no slight at Zambia. You are brothers and sisters. We do love you. The very fact that we can visit each other now visa-free proves that this moment just shows us that the work isn't finished. We have come to know Europe and other places better than we know each other. We are all students here. We are all relearning Mama Africa. So, book that ticket to Lusaka or Accra. Enjoy the visa-free travel. But the next time you see a leader in traditional regalia that looks funny to you, don't just tweet, ask the history. Because as we have learned this week, the internet is a dangerous place for the uninformed. My name is Jete, Papa Jete. Welcome to the Qulture Hub, where Q stands for quintessential. Do me a favor, don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, share. Please do leave a comment. And with your support, we promise to make this journey worth it. Remember, you are royalty, so keep it cultured.
Dad,
Yes?
were you wearing a blouse?
My own son betrayed me. I guess the relearning continues.
Right, let's stick with us, the Qulture Hub, that'll be dope, right? Then roll with us, the Qulture Hub, that'll be cool, right? Then stick with us, the Qulture Hub, that'll be dope, right? Yeah, I'm here for keeping culture.